Hello friends, I am again today before you with the model answer of yesterday's question. Now, if you remember, yesterday we gave a question from socio-political philosophy. As I have already told, in rotation we will be covering each section one by one. So today is the turn of socio-political philosophy. So we will see the model answer for that. Today we will take up another question from Western philosophy, which we will be answering tomorrow. So now let us see what was the question and what can be the model answer for that. The question was, explain justice as a socio-political ideal. How does it relate to law and rights? So now basically this is the question. This has to be answered in about 300 words. This is for my model answer. It's a 20 marks question for with 300 words. But I keep on telling to the candidates, please do uh, keep adaptability while practicing, because the same question or similar question may come in for 10 marks, for 15 marks. So different word limits you should be able to write. So now this we will be answering in about 300 words. So now if you see the question, explain justice as a socio-political ideal. So first we will have to uh, talk something very briefly about justice, and then we have to examine it as a socio-political ideal, and then we have to see what is its relation with law and rights. In While dealing with writing all these, we will quote various philosophers pertaining to this. We will also quote various critiques who have criticized previous philosophers or various philosophical theories. We will also add critical evaluation. I keep on telling, particularly in 300 words, there has to be, the whole idea has to be critically evaluated. At least 40% weightage has to be given to critical evaluation and conclusion, because that only makes examiner understand that you are quite deep in the subject. So accordingly, critical evaluation is also added in this answer, and then finally we'll conclude. So now let us see what can be the model answer for this uh, uh, this question from socio-political philosophy. So now, justice as a socio-political ideal refers to moral foundation of just society, ensuring fairness in the distribution of rights, resources, and responsibilities. So this is justice. It serves as a regulative principle for political institutions and a moral standard against which laws and state actions are evaluated. So this is basically a brief introduction as far as justice is concerned in simple words, without much quoting philosophers in introduction, which we will be subsequently doing now. Now let us see. Let us evaluate justice as a socio-political ideal. Now justice is not a mere virtue of individuals, but structural value, ensuring dignity, equity, and fairness. Now, we'll quote a few philosophers who have given their views and which are very critical regarding justice as a socio-political ideal in this society. So, first is Plato. Now, here we will be quoting the books also and what they have said. So, Plato in Republic was written by Plato, sees justice as harmony, with each class performing its appropriate role under the guidance of reason. So this is the Plato's philosophy. This is Plato's definition of justice. Now, Aristotle, which was disciple of Plato, he has again, given or elaborated justice in his books. Aristotle distinguishes distributive justice and corrective justice. So these are two branches of justice he is doing. Then modern philosophers, if you see, John Rawls is very, very key philosopher for justice. So he has written a book called Theory of Justice. So John Rawls has defined justice as fairness. And if you remember John Rawls' theory, we continuously keep on quoting in ethics paper also. So this is also very important from that perspective. So John Rawls, in a Theory of Justice, defines justice as fairness, advocating for equal basic liberties, fair equality of opportunity, and the difference principle to benefit the least advantage. Difference principle to benefit least advantage means he advocated difference principle, that different groups or different sections of society can be treated differently if the welfare of disadvantages or least advantages is required, or if the welfare of the least advantages can be done, so they need to be treated differently. So this is difference principle in brief of John Rawls. So all this makes justice as a fairness as advocated by John Rawls. Now Amartya Sen goes a step further. He is again a modern philosopher. He, in his idea of justice, his book is Idea of Justice, he actually tries to criticize Rawls' theory and further improve upon it. And he has proposed a capability-based comparative approach focused on actual freedoms and public reasoning. That capabilities of the individuals and groups should be built. Maybe with education, maybe with health, maybe with technical skills. So that was what Amartya Sen's theory of capability to enhance justice in society, or socio-political justice. So justice demands not only formal equality, but substantive equality, especially for structurally disadvantaged groups. So this basically we are mentioning here because John Rawls or Amartya Sen has also said in the, same tone. So here same thing which we are concluding for first part, that justice is not only formal equality, right to equality, but it also means substantive equality, just like reservations, because least advantaged groups have to be looked after differently. So equal treatment for equals. So an unequal treatment for unequals is also a justice. So that's what is being stated here. Now, how justice is related with relation to law and rights, let us see, that also, because that is the second part of the question. Laws are codified norms that seek to implement justice. That is stated the fact that laws are codified norms and these are for implementation of justice. This is what the stated objective of laws is. But law and justice may at times diverge also, because sometimes law may not promote justice. So that also is there. So St. Augustine, another philosopher we are quoting, warned that an unjust law is no law at all. This is his statement. Justice provides the ethical test for legal validity. So a law is legally valid or not, or law is actually valid or not, is tested by ethics. So that's what is stated here. Justice provides ethical test for legal validity as seen in struggles against colonial laws and apartheid regimes. So as you remember, colonial laws, it was laws for British, let us say. So for them, it was promoting justice. But for the Indians, let us say, it was exploitation. It was not justice for them. So, here as St. Augustine, law and justice are diverging with each other. So that's what is stated here. Then now in second para, let us see how rights are related to justice. Rights are the institutional form of justice. T.H. Green, he is another political scientist. He has written extensively on rights. So we are quoting him. T.H. Green emphasized rights as socially grounded, claims enabling moral development. So justice ensures both negative liberties and positive entitlements, essential for real equality. So this is what we are now saying about rights in relation to justice. Now let us critically evaluate this whole concept of socio-political justice and relation with rights and laws of justice. So we are now again we will quote some philosophers, some thinkers. So Robert Nozick, he was a libertarian. He defends entitlement theory, and he has rejected Rawlsian redistribution as a violation of individual liberty. So he has basically criticized Rawlsian theory of justice. Karl Marx, again a very severe critique of liberal justice. He says that this liberal justice is an ideological veil sustaining class exploitation. Most of you are already aware of Marxism. So this is what we are quoting here. B.R. Ambedkar, Indian thinker and constitutional expert, advanced social justice by linking law, rights, and constitutional morality to annihilate caste. So he was against caste system, obviously. So this is what he is telling. Then another modern political philosophers, Iris Marian Young, and Bhiko Parekh stress the importance of cultural recognition and group-specific justice in multicultural societies, particularly like India or some other multicultural societies. So this is what they are recommending. So this is basically critical evaluation and some additional comments which will enhance the quality of the answer. Now, what can be conclusion? Justice, law, and rights are interwoven. Yes, obviously they are interwoven. While law provides enforceability and rights grant entitlements, justice is the moral compass. Basically, justice measures whether law is correct or not, law is ethically correct or not, law is valid or not, and whether rights are also correctly given to the individuals or groups or not. So justice is the moral compass guiding their legitimacy, ensuring that power serves people with fairness, dignity, and equity. So this is conclusion. So this completes the answer of yesterday's model answer of yesterday's question. Now let us see what question from Western philosophy we are taking today, which we will be answering tomorrow. Now the question is, what is Aristotle's concept of substance? Compare it with Plato's theory of ideas. Now, again, this is a simple question. We have to uh, briefly explain what is Aristotle's concepts and then compare it with Plato's theory of ideas. Both are totally against. Most of you are already aware. So tomorrow we'll see how we can explain that. So uh, with this, I thank all the viewers for today's video. Tomorrow again we will meet with the model answer of this Western philosophy question. And tomorrow again we will be taking up one question from Indian philosophy. So that we can answer that day after tomorrow. Thanks a lot for watching.